What's going on YouTube? Welcome to my channel. My name is Clayton and I'm a geeky dad who likes geeky things. On this channel, I cover a bunch of geeky topics, like board games and Marvel TV shows. So if that's something that interests you, make sure you smack that subscribe button and hit the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. In this video, I'm going to be covering episode 2 of Loki, breaking down my favorite moments in the episode and giving my review, predictions, and theories about the rest of the series. So let's get right into the video. Hey guys, welcome back to the video. So I will not be breaking down every shot in the episode, just covering my favorite parts, and at the end of this video, I'm going to be giving my predictions and theories for what I think is going to happen in episode 3 and the rest of the series. So stay tuned for that. Okay, spoilers if you have not seen the episode yet. There's a lot to unpack in this episode, so let's just dive right into it. The episode starts off in 1985 at a Renaissance fair. If you didn't catch this, 1985 is the same year that the first Back to the Future movie, Present, takes place. So this is a nod to that time travel movie. Anyways, as the TVA agents show up, they get attacked by the variant Loki that we learn to be known as Randy later in the episode. So picking up similar to what happened at the end of episode 1, but instead of killing the C-20 agent, she kidnaps her and takes her hostage. Now I find this interesting for two reasons. First, we learn that this Randy Loki has the power of possessing somebody's body just by touching them, and can still move around in her own body. So you can almost say she's enchanting them with her powers. I will be talking more about her character and who I think she really is at the end of this video. Number 2, why I think this is interesting, is because Randy didn't appear to do this before. She would just kill all the agents and take their reset devices. Unless she took them off screen and we didn't see that before, or maybe she just collected enough reset devices and now just needed the information on the timekeepers. Anyways, I'm interested to see why she picked C-20 to learn more about the timekeepers instead of the other agents. We even find out Morbius doesn't seem to know where the timekeepers are. I think she will play more of a major role in the show in future episodes. Next, we see Loki being trained by Miss Minutes about the TVA and some rules with time travel. We also learn there has been multiple versions of Loki variants in the past, each with their own abilities and magic similar to the MCU, Loki 616. After coming back from 1985, our Loki learns about his future and how Ragnarok happens and Asgard gets destroyed. Shout out to Tom Hiddleston for his acting in this scene. You can actually feel the emotion on Loki's face as he's learning about the death of his people. Loki almost tears up, but quickly realizes that if a certain reality timeline is doomed for apocalypse, it would be the perfect place to hide out from the TVA, because nothing you do will change the outcome. Loki and Morbius go to Pompeii right before Mount Vesuvius erupts to prove his theory. I think this could be a nod to Kit Harington and the Eternals movie, since Kit Harington stars in the movie Pompeii and he will be playing the Black Knight in the Eternals movie. The movie was produced by Sony and not Disney, so that is a bit of a stretch. Anyways, Loki tells everyone they're going to die and his theory is proving correct when nothing changes in the timeline. Morbius then figures out that the gum that the boy gave him in episode 1 is also sold in the future. After doing some digging about apocalypse events that happen in the future, him and Loki figure out where Randy could be hiding out. They jump forward in time to a store called Rockstar, which in the comics is an evil corporation that does some really shady stuff. Anyways, Loki is partnered up with the hunter B-15 and soon finds Randy, who has taken control of a customer, and then takes control of B-15. In order to gain her trust, Loki tells her that he doesn't want to actually help the TVA. He wants to overthrow the timekeepers. Randy tells Loki that she doesn't want to do that. She has her own plan in mind. I'll talk more about that in a moment, what I think her actual plans are. She then bombs the sacred timeline, and if you pause, you can notice the places that she bombs are all major locations that happen in the MCU. I'm not sure how they're going to handle this in the future episodes, not sure if they're going to be able to fix every single branch, or if one of them is going to approach a Nexus event. We will just have to wait and see. Randy escapes through a time door and leaves the door long enough for Loki to follow her, and Loki escapes the TVA, just as Morbius tries to catch up with him. Alright, now my review for the episode. So overall, I thought this was a great episode. Episode 1 did a lot of the world building for us to understand who the TVA are and kinda what to expect for the series. Episode 2, we dive right into it and learn more about the rules of time travel, which by the way is different than Endgame. So I think these are the new rules going forward when time traveling. So my theories and predictions going forward. What happens now? Who is this Randy Loki? Is she really a villain? Well, let's talk about it. I think with this character, what Marvel is doing is actually a combination of two characters in the comics. One obviously being Lady Loki and the other being Enchantress. If you don't know who Enchantress is, To quickly sum it up, she is pretty much like Loki, but her powers work slightly differently. In the comics, Loki is the one who actually gave her powers. I think in the next episode, we're going to learn more about her and her origins and what happened to her timeline. I think she's a variant from her timeline that has escaped and wants to reset everything, and that is why she wants to destroy the Timekeepers and change the timeline. I think bombing the sacred timeline was just a distraction to get the TV agents out so she can sneak in and maybe learn more about the Timekeepers or get something that can lead her to them. But does that make her a real villain if all she wants to do is reset her timeline? Or are the Timekeepers the real villains since they're the ones who control the flow of time and they judge how everything should end? Anyways, I think by the end of the series she's going to become part of the main MCU timeline and take on the name Enchantress instead of Loki, because she didn't appear to really like the name after all. I know everyone is jumping on the Kang the Conqueror train to be the main villain, but I'm not so sure. I have a different theory, so all I can say for now is I do not trust that Judge Renslayer. I actually think there's only going to be one Timekeeper, and the other two are going to be variants of the original Timekeeper. Just because how much they seem to be focusing on the middle Timekeeper, I don't know, it's just something to keep an eye on. It is a Loki show after all, so I guess expect the unexpected. Alright, if you guys enjoyed this video, go check out my episode 1 video, if you haven't seen it already. I talk more about my theory of who Matt Damon really is in the MCU. It's a little out there, so make sure you check it out. I'll leave it on screen here or in the description box below. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button with the bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you could give this video a like, it helps the channel grow, and I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.